Good morning or good afternoon, wherever the case may be. It's so bright in here, I have to wear glasses because
Your future's so bright, you got to wear shades, or
the
you're
sun is
too
coming straight down.
cool for
Yeah.
school.
I'm
Which
neither.
one?
It's so bright.
That's what takes the
The sun-
wrinkles away. I mean,
Okay.
hello.
The sun takes away
Why
the
do you
wrinkles?
think I do my lives like this? Look.
Because
Kinda.
there's no. Oh, that's weird. Okay. So, good afternoon, good morning, whatever the case may be. How are you? If you're watching this now live or watching it later, feel free to share and spread the love, please.
Say hello when you're in here.
Yeah.
I always really want
Hey,
to.
Steve, what's
There
going
he
on,
is.
brother?
Love eyes.
Aw.
Thank
Does that mean
you.
that we're pretty? Is that what you're saying, Steve?
It means he loves us.
Oh,
Yeah.
we love that. Awesome. We love you
We
guys.
love it.
So in the quote there, you see success. What is it to you? What does it mean to you? And figure success.
What is it good for?
War.
I know.
It's
I know.
It's good for a lot of stuff. So we just wanted to check in because it's an interesting thing. We're coming to the end of the year and we're in the third quarter here. And are we setting ourselves up for success to take the third quarter, the fourth quarter out, the end of the year out with a bang? Are we
Almost
prepared?
Sounded like football there for
Almost
a minute.
did.
You don't
Yeah.
watch football.
I don't.
But it kind
Wait,
of
like a
seems-
commentator?
Yeah, like we're getting ready for
Sunday,
the fourth quarter.
Sunday.
Everybody's
Absolutely everything. Absolutely everything. What, Alex?
success. What is it good for? Absolutely everything.
Oh,
Yeah.
fair enough. Yeah. Success in all areas of life. And that's the truth, isn't it? So many people think that there's success in many. I'm not going to respond to that. I'm not really sure what that.
I wouldn't mind a bang. Neither would I, quite frankly. But I don't know what she's referring to.
Yeah. Wait,
I mean, I'm good for now.
okay. Right? You better be.
I am. I just got
Good
back
tonight.
into town.
Uh-huh.
Huh?
So we were successful. And
Ah!
what? You got home safely.
Oh. What are you talking about? Reuniting. It feels so good.
Yes. So
Oh, Lord have mercy.
the idea about like success, so many people put the idea of, finances, and there's a huge element of truth because it's measurable. It's measurable, right? And what we're here to really kind of have a quick conversation about is what is success to you, and how do you know you're successful? And are you on the path to ending your year and setting 2019 up for the level of success that you truly deserve, that you think you want even? And is it possible we could tweak it a little bit? So if you want to, back to Q4, yes, okay. So with that being said, feel free to chime in. What is success to you? And I could share in the different contexts of life. For me, success is often the little things. Like today, I worked out today. That was successful. Played some racquetball. I won a couple games. I lost a couple games, but it was successful. I got my blood pumping, and I was glad that I was to do that, because so many times we put success on the big things, don't we? Like any examples where you also notice that with maybe some clients or people you work with, or just an observation that people will go, I'll be successful when.
Well, I think we're set up that way as a society. Like our training, our rearing is like a constant, Alan Watts talked about this in one of his famous teachings. He was saying how, when you're born, you're kind of like conditioned into this success model where it's like, get from point A to point B, kindergarten, then you go to first grade, then second grade, then third grade. And it's like a linear type of thing. And that's how we expect it to be. We expect it to, like, you conquer this goal, then the next goal, then the next goal. And it's like you always have to be moving up, right? So if you're moving up, you're successful. But even the people that I work with that are overcoming something, they think they want to beat themselves up sometimes. They're like, I should have been over it. I should be more successful. I should be farther along. I should really be where I want to be. But the reality is it's more like this winding up. Right? Success looks more like a looping, right? You come up and then you loop back around and you kind of go back a little bit, then you make more progress and then you loop a little around. So it's not about, is it like this? Are you shooting for the stars?
So, check this out.
But are you making continual progress, even if it's like a loop down and
right.
I have this other whole diagram that I do because you know how I am with my diagrams.
And colors.
Well,
but
yeah,
also here's
I think
the thing.
we're like obviously like if-when society.
Right. Well, and if we could like also, this isn't really a teach moment necessarily. That's why I want you to come play with us. But the truth is that like today, we played one game with the guy Eric, the trainer at LA Fitness, and he kicked our ass. He did very well, and I was like grateful. I didn't feel unsuccessful because I learned.
Yeah.
And that's the thing too. Like especially with him, when I would use him as my trainer, I knew that it was successful on how sore I was. Yeah, on how sore I was like multiple days later.
Yeah.
And right, exactly, Anthony, the happy Hyundai man. How is success measured? Well, that's the thing. If we can start really getting clear on all of that, like what success is and how do we measure it, and like Alex is sharing, like a roller coaster, is that part of the journey if we're okay with? So maybe success as a conversation, and that's what we're going to dig in deeper on Saturday is what is your, we're not here to tell you what your definition of success should be. We're just asking you to play with us. Sorry, I was getting a text. I will turn that off. How rude of me.
You know what? I had a successful moment today or last night. You know, I was traveling away because unfortunately we had a loss in our family. And we had a death in our family, and I traveled to Pennsylvania to be with my family during that time of grief. And it was a blessing in a horrible time, right? And it was such a success to me. Like success is like nobody wanted, her life to end the way that it did. Obviously, I had talked about it earlier. She passed away due to suicide, and everybody else would say, gosh, that wasn't successful for her, right? That wasn't like what we would say we wanted her life to be, and get really attached to like not just our definitions of success, but what others' definition are of success. And even in the wake of that tragedy, me being able just to be present in the moment for my family that was there, be fully engaged, be just kind of accepting of what had happened and not fighting against it and raging against the machine and be full of anger and full of depression and full of anxiety or sadness or resentment, but just to allow it to let it go. And that's the thing that I've been able to cultivate. Mm-hmm. Success to me is cultivating the pillars that I teach with my people, which is acceptance, radical acceptance. We might not want things to happen the way they do, but they do. Can we accept it? Can we work within the parameters of what success might not look like, right? Just being present in the moment. And then when we came home last night, I was tired. Ellie and I had flown all day from like 11 in the morning till 10 at night. We had a layover in New York for like 3 hours. It was crazy. And I had this thing today, this obligation, this luncheon that I was supposed to go to. But the reality was I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. I was emotionally, psychologically, and physically drained. In the past, success to me would have been kicking my own ass, going to the event, just sucking it up, putting myself on the back burner. So my definition of success has changed. Mm-hmm. Where in that moment, I was able to send a message to the person who gifted the trip and say, I need a day to take from myself, to assimilate, to decompress, to let everything kind of settle in. So for me, success isn't necessarily going to that event and meeting people and being inspired, but right. It is taking the time for me to reflect. And that's why I'm so proud of the events that we put together. It really is like this Saturday, just a place for people to come to actually, though you feel like you're kicking ass in your goals, it is a place you're going to come to recharge your batteries at the mm-hmm. same time. It's like a self-love day where you're able to just give and give and give to yourself, get really crystal clear on what your definition of success is, your goals, and then be in a position where, to be guided through just these exercises and the meditations where you're able to just kind of clear out all of that stuff way before the new year. You don't have to wait till January 1st to be like,
the goal is to set yourself up so you're hitting the ground running in the new year, not necessarily kind of, because that's what we do. We don't want to cram for life.
Right. No, it's not. It's not.
It's the end of the year.
Right. Exactly. And that's what a lot of us end up doing. So.
Well, and also to your point, which you shared, the success model in many respects is that successful people when I say successful, that doesn't mean, again, it depends what your definition is, and it will be in the context of where they're successful in, is that they don't blame, they don't play the victim, they take full responsibility for what's going on, and then they adjust accordingly. So as a leader, your decision of, I'm not going to, push myself through this, I'm going to step back. You took responsibility. You weren't blaming anybody like, or played the victim. I gotta go to this thing.
I would have got up today, and even though it was a lovely thing, I would have been like, resentful. And I just don't accumulate resentments anymore. But it's me who does that. Like, we think resentments are about other people. It's us unwilling to stand in our own. To me, that's the ultimate definition of success, is like being comfortable in your own skin, being present in the present moment, be totally radically accepting of, and then changing the things that, need to be changed and kicking butt.
And it's changing yourself. It's changing your response, the meanings you're giving it. And these are all the things we're going to really dig deep on Saturday.
Alex says self-awareness is key. And I think that's right. I think that
awareness, the three most important things: awareness, awareness, and awareness.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I always liked like awareness with inquiry, like awareness and curiosity. Like once I'm aware of something, it's in my consciousness. Now I can be curious about it, not beat myself up for it, but get really curious about kind of what the next step is.
And without the awareness, the curiosity, you could end up being curious about the wrong things. And that's where we find ourselves trapped into the bad question asking. Well, like, why did this happen to me? I'm curious.
Curiosity is the antidote to judgment.
Yeah.
Right? Like, when you're curious, you can't be judgmental. But I think that most people aren't really aware, self-aware, don't really know. I know a lot of people that I work with, sometimes you're like, I don't even know what the hell I want, or
well, that's the biggest challenge for everybody. Yeah, is that we all think, and here's the other thing: the challenge becomes we think we know what we want, then we get it, and then we're like, oh, I'm still empty. Oh, I still have that. Something's not right. There's some discord.
Or if it goes away, your attachment to it, and then it goes away, and the happiness was outside of yourself.
Right. Yeah. Well,
and then you lose it, and then your identity goes with it. Your happiness goes with it. Happiness is a really fickle state. And happiness is, I think,
only if you have rules for the happiness.
Right. Well, that's what we're going to talk about on Saturday. I think that's the thing, is like, for a lot of people, there's a lot of rules to first feel success or feel happy, and make it really easy for yourself to feel unsuccessful.
Yeah. Well, and we'll talk about that, about beliefs, and that's really what that is as well. Is the beliefs, all decisions, all behaviors. All of the choices we make are rooted in a belief system. And people would say, oh, if only I'd made different choices. Well, no, you made the choices that were completely appropriate to the belief system that you were holding at that time, to the meaning you were giving the situation. So it wasn't necessarily the choice that was the problem. It was the patterns that you've been running up to the point that you made the decision about what was to be done next. And I know that was a little confusing in a long-winded sentence. Yes, thanks, Trevor.
Dun, dun, dun.
Ellie has now learned that, by the way.
Yeah. Ellie doesn't now.
Yeah, she does a whole poo. She gets really animated with it, too.
She literally put up her feet today. Put up her feet. She was relaxing. She put her, put her feet up and was like, oh, my dogs are barking. And then she was my dogs are barking. Ah, that's the ticket. I was like, what the heck? She's my dad reincarnated, I suppose.
Well, a quick thing really with Ellie, talk about like knowing goals, what you want, and not being afraid to just do it. So we were in Disney. I think I shared this already. We were in Disney.
Oh, yeah, I did. You did share.
I did? Well, maybe if you didn't hear this, because we have different friends here. So we were in Disney, and one of the guys walking around like in the street, I don't know what his job was, but he gave her a sticker. And it's like, Ellie, what do you say? And of course, we were, trying to teach manners to say thank you. Her response, she looks at him and goes, "More, please." So just for her, that was extraordinary success, because she wasn't like, it's us. We indoctrinate kids to,
no, don't want more.
You can't have more. Don't ask for more. Yeah, you got one sticker. How many stickers do you need?
Right? That's what we do. Like, I had a conversation with somebody I really care about, and I was like, oh, this is what we want to. This is what I want to do monthly. Like, how much revenue I wanted to, And she was like, why do you need to make? Why do you need that? I'm like, it's not that I need it. It's like, it's available. You can have that. If that's what you want, that's what you can have. It's like, we put the cap on it. We put the lid on it.
We do it to ourselves. And
again, it's not an attachment to it. It's fun at this point. Like creating things and being successful is fun, but there's no real attachment.
Well, and it's all about service. And I guess that's the last thing, that I'd like to share here, because I do have a meeting, is
you're leaving me. I just got home.
I know. Is that, our mission is to genuinely serve and help people. Like that is 100% it. And if there's a part
of you, what
else
would it be? You really couldn't do this work if that wasn't it. I mean, could you?
No, definitely. Of course not. But I think people
would like catch on and like.
Sometimes people get like a weird kind of perspective, and they go, "Oh, you're charging money." Like I think that's where it gets a little weird, where people are like, "Oh, like you want to, you like that." It just they attach things to things. But the truth is that for all of us, the more that you and I, everyone here, our goal is to help you so that you can help other people. I mean, take care of you so that you can take care of me, because one day we may need your help. But you can't help anybody if you're drowning yourself. So if you're like one of those people who kind of knows that you have more to offer, and I don't know about you, but I've always felt like there's still more inside. There's more ways to add value to help create a difference in the world. Because it seems to me that, I don't know, correct me if I'm wrong, people who are...
You're never wrong, baby.
Oh, well, I'd like to think that. If you look at like society in general, the people who are happy, who are healthy, who have got a healthy ecological version of success, who are managing their states effectively, going out and shooting people. They're not going out and, killing themselves. They're not going out and abusing other people. They're actually going out and leading by example. And that's really the goal that, I can speak for me. I know it may be different language for you, but it's really to end suffering and pain so that people can be better versions of themselves, so they could go out and help other people be better versions of themselves, and so on and so on. I mean, that's how you change the world, one person at a time, but you got to start with yourself. Sorry about that little rant, but I just true. That's right, Trev. That's all I got to say about that.
Okay, Forrest. Good job.
So, anything?
No, I think just sharing that definition of success was what I wanted to say. Just being able to be in the present moment and accepting of what's happening and maintain peace and, love, and even in the face of tragedy.
Yeah.
I think that's the ultimate test. It's really easy for everybody to be successful when they're on a roll and things are really good in your life. But when tragedy happens, that's when you really understand if you've mastered the skills or not. You might think that you really know something until shit hits the fan.
And then you hear this all the time.
I knew, but I didn't apply it. I know what I don't know. The greatest gap in life is between knowing and doing. And, we really are kind of procrastination nation. Like we want instant gratification and procrastination nation. And those two things are constantly fighting each other. I want it all now, but I don't want to do it yet. It's just like this constant. And it's
also the easy way. What it is the easy way. Everyone wants the easy way. And then when we tell you, here's the easy way, but it is going to require some effort. Like, oh no, it's not going to, not that kind of effort. So, actually then that last piece ties into, the pain, right? Either way, we're going to pay. The question is, are we paying in discipline? Are we paying those ounces of discipline daily on the little things? Because how you do anything is how you do everything. Are we going to pay in discipline of ounces, or are we going to pay in the tons of regret? Wishing, woulda, shoulda, coulda. Looking back, I don't know about you, but there's so many things I look back and I lament. Like, I wish I took advantage of this opportunity. I wish I'd followed through with this. I wish I had said yes to this opportunity.
You did the only thing that mattered. You put a ring on it.
Yeah. So
followed through there. So
done. Success.
Hello. What else do you need?
Nothing.
I'm just kidding. No.
So
okay. Yes. Nicely said. Thanks, Alex.
Thank you. Audrey and David also said, Debbie shared, she agrees. David says, sometimes need to step back. Never used to do that. Now I take time to recharge. Beautiful. Yeah, it does make a big difference, doesn't it, David? The truth is that when we're burning ourselves out and we're putting the crap fuel in our tank, we run like crap and then we don't get there. And then we blame the gas. We blame the roads. We blame everybody rather than take full responsibility. Well, this is the passion project.
She said, let's start a passion project to help people build self-esteem, and maybe people will care more about themselves. Yes, I have a program called Love Yourself First. That is a self-esteem program to build confidence and self-esteem. Come on board. You can help me. We can just change the world together. That'd be great. Program's already done. Women are enrolled in it.
And then this one,
and this
the
event
one
on November 10th.
November 10th.
This Saturday.
Yeah, you'll have access to Heidi and myself, and then we'll be launching also my strategic emotional mastery program, and that'll be strategic emotional mastery for business, for sales, for influence, for all of those. We've got incredible toolkits for everybody. We're just going to customize it to your needs at that time, but just got to start with the I'm game. All right.
We really hope that you guys, if you're not signed up, are seriously considering coming. Recharge your batteries with us, while at the same time you're going to be able to just bust through some obstacles that you've been having. So it's just going to be a wonderful day. We're going to hang together. We're going to love on each other. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be a really good time.
Most of it will be fully clothed. So.
Oh, well, that's news to me. No.
Oh yeah, that's right. No, she's thinking none of it. So, what do you mean?
I'm thinking about holding a retreat called Naked. Don't anybody take this that might actually do what we do. I'm thinking about just like take all the masks off and just like, let's get naked, but not like actually be naked, but just have like a naked retreat. So it's topic for another time.
Okay. That being said, do we get fed?
VIPs do, but I think the VIP tickets are sold out. So you can.
There is a restaurant right across the hallway.
Right across the way.
And the price is so reasonable.
If we fed you, we wouldn't be able to pay for the venue. No, I'm just kidding.
No, that's true, actually, considering how much, because room is, we're doing this so reasonably priced. I mean, $97. She's going to steal it. Oh, no, she won't. Oh, you're going to steal food. That's what she's going to do. She's going to steal
stolen my naked retreat.
That's not right. Alrighty, kids. Well, I got to go.
You gotta go to lunch.
Love you for who you are and who you aren't. Please share this. If you have any questions, queries, thoughts, comments, please comment. Please share this with those who can use a little bit of perspective shifting, some paradigm shifts in perspective. And we are here to serve. All right.
Bye, peeps.
You rock.
Love you.
Take care.